Welcome to the Rusted Garden. Today I'm going to show you how to plant leeks, onions, and garlic in a 2x10 raised bed. It's fall. These are great fall vegetables to plant now, and you can harvest them come the end of spring. And I want to just give you a quick overview here. I just changed over my garden space and added these beds. This is a 2-foot by 10-foot raised bed, and I'm going to amend the soil with some cheap topsoil. I happen to know it's a pretty sandy mix in there. That's what I want. I have clay soil. And I'm also going to add composted humus and manure to the mix. Once that's done, I'm going to show you how to plant onions, leeks, and garlic. And just real quick, in the bowls are the leek seeds and the onion seeds, and they've been soaking for about 8 hours. One way to speed up germination is to pre-soak your seeds. Leeks, onion, and garlic are great to plant in the fall, and they will do fine over the winter. Whoop, there goes a bag. They will do great over the winter, and they'll be ready for the spring. And again, I'm adding composted humus manure and topsoil to the garden bed. And one of the bags just blew away, but I wanted to show you. The dark soil here is the topsoil, and behind there is the composted manure. And basically, you want to put in as much as you want to the point that you're either all the way to the top here of the frame or maybe an inch below. And there's no real method to mix in your soil. What I have is clay soil, so when I buy the cheap topsoil, I want to make sure the topsoil has a lot of sand in it, which this one does. So I'll mix all the soil together, and then I'll show you how to plant this 10x2 raised bed. I've mixed in the topsoil and the composted humus and manure, and basically you just want to evenly mix it, fill your raised bed up to the top or to about an inch from the top. I'm going to show you how to plant garlic. This is garlic right from the grocery store. I've grown it before. You basically just break the bulb open and you pull off the cloves. And you want to separate them by taking the larger cloves like this one, and in a shovel I have some that I did from another bulb. But that's the bottom, that's the part that'll go in the bottom of the soil, and the top up here is where the sprout will grow. If you get confused, just plant it on its side, the bulb will correct itself. You can also order many different kinds of variety of garlic from catalogs, but I don't have that time right now, so I'm just going to use what I always use. You want to dig a trench, and you want to plant garlic to about 4 inches deep. Garlic needs 2 weeks of cold weather around 40 degrees to go through a process so that it realizes that once it grows and sprouts, it will actually form bulbs like this. If it doesn't go through that process, sometimes you just get, one solid, looks like clove at the bottom. You don't get the nice garlic that I just broke up and showed you. So you dig a trench, maybe 3 inches deep. Then you want to make sure the soil is loose. And just about every 3 inches to 4 inches, press a clove down into the soil with the root bottom going in first. You can space these out more if you want, but this will work. Once you have them in there, just cover it up. And again, you want 3 to 4 inches of soil on top. And that's how you plant the garlic. I'm going to finish this row and then get back to the onion and the leeks. I finished planting the garlic, and now I'm going to plant the leeks and the ringmaster onions. Like I said, let the seeds soak for about 6 or 8 hours. It really doesn't matter, somewhere along that line. After you let them soak, make sure you drain out the water, get a dry towel, and then blot the water out. The seeds, when they're wet, they'll stick to your fingers, and it makes dropping them in a row very difficult. Alright, so these are dry. You're going to plant the leeks 1/4 inch deep to 1/2 inch deep. Same with the onions. The onions do get baseball size, so they're going to go right down the center of the garden. And when they're mature, you should have your onions spaced 4 inches apart. And all I do is just drop them about every inch, 1/2 inch down the line. Don't worry about it. Onions are hardy. You can thin them. You can eat them when they're smaller and immature. But you don't have to worry so much about spacing them out right now. You can do a lot with onions. But if you want them to grow to the full baseball size, you'll thin these out to stand about 4 inches apart. And these are seed onions, so they're not going to just be like chives or bunching onions. These should get to full size. So that's the onions, and if you notice, the seeds look almost identical. Chives look like this too, so you can tell that they're in the same family. The leeks are cool season crop. They take 100 days, but you're getting them in the ground now. And they don't bulb like onion. They have a nice light onion flavor, but they don't form bulbs. They form stalks. And I'm going to do the same thing, is just drop the seeds about an inch, 1.5 inches apart. They're a little wet. I'm going to actually dry them. They're sticking to my fingers. About 1 inch to 1.5 inches apart. And when these come up, you want to thin them out to about every 4 to 6 inches. Because you're planting in a raised bed and you're not going to ever step in here, you're not going to compact the soil, you can plant your vegetables a lot more closely together, and that's one reason why you get more vegetables out of raised beds, is because they don't have to compete for space. They can let the root system grow straight down. Alright, so the leeks are in, the onions in, the garlic are in. These are great fall weather planting crops, which means you can plant them. Today's actually the first day of fall here in Maryland. Is plant them in the garden, prepare the soil, cover them up, and come next spring you'll be able to enjoy the greens that come up. You can cut them up and put them in salads, and if you let them keep growing, you'll let the plant mature and you can enjoy mature onions, mature garlic bulbs, and leeks. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com and check out my YouTube videos. I now have nearly 90 garden videos. Thanks.